What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? The righteous consequences of James Weems's alleged child sexual abuse actions came in the form of bullet holes administered to him without sedation by the person he least expected, his own wife, Shantira Weems. So, backstory. Shantira finds out that James is being accused of sexually assaulting the children at her daycare that she owns. So she snaps and go to busting. Now, Shantira gets locked up. Right now, there is a very public movement to have her charges dropped. People believe that she did the right thing. They feel like the person who should be locked up, who was actually cuffed and charged, her husband, James, is the one that should be locked up. They feel like, hey, that's the bad guy. They charged this guy with 10 counts of sexual abuse of children. 10 counts. Now, Shantira is facing up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Now, fam, what do y'all think about this? Where are you with this? You know, do you believe that her actions were justified, or are you one of those people like, hey, you can't take the law into your own hands. You know, you gotta abide by the law. You know, she should be locked up. Do you find it disgusting that people want her to be freed? You know, I mean, you know, I know some of you are saying like, well, hey, what happened to due process? You know, and you know, how do you know he really, really did it? You know, can we at least go to court? I don't know, fam. You know, court don't necessarily, it's just because you go to court and you're found not guilty don't necessarily mean you were not guilty, right? We see that all the time. Look at them, how many cops get off. You know, look how many of these white inferiorists get off all the time, you know? So that don't really mean nothing. Look how often people with money and influence get off. So that don't really mean nothing because you were found not guilty. And because you were found guilty don't necessarily mean you were guilty, right? Courts is all jacked up, fam, you know? It's all jacked up. But I was surprised. You know, I know I talked about it in the opening where I said that it's the person that he least expected would shoot him. That's the person I would least expect, because so often a lot of these women are enablers. You know, a lot of them, they know what their husbands are about and they ride with it. And then for the ones who don't, when they find out, they just distance themselves. They don't try to, you know, like take the law into their own hands. They a lot of times they just support them. They'll fall back and support them. But this woman, you know, she was not only, I think, she was not only protecting herself, but she was protecting her business, and she was also protecting future potential victims. That's the way I look at it. Like, she stopped this dude, you know, 10 kids. Now keep in mind, if what they're saying is true, those are just the ones that they know about. Because we always know whatever they get charged with, that number is always higher. In some cases, way higher. So that's how that go. This dude, by the way, was a ex-police officer. I'm not sure if he was a police officer at the time that she shot him, but yeah, I believe one way or the other, they said that it was her ex-police officer husband. Now, I got to be honest with you, fam. When I first heard about this case, I said to myself, it has to be more to it. I can't see her just shooting him because she found out that he molested some kids at a daycare, because these type of things happen a lot more often than one might imagine. You know, maybe it was something a little bit more personal, right? Because a lot of times these women be covering for dudes. They'll cover for them, they'll enable them. At the very least, they'll just distance themselves, but they will not extract vengeance. You don't see that happening. But I don't know, maybe Shantara is a different breed. Maybe she felt like it was the principle. You not only did you violate these kids, you know what I'm saying, you put heat on my business. So let me put some heat on your head. Dude survived the attack. So I think they said we could see a trial as early as December. So I'll update you guys as I get more information. In the meantime, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Was Shantara right to take the law into her own hands and bust a cap at her husband? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?